Welcome. Today I'm going to present a pick a card reading. Hyena. The hyena is pile number 1. Wolf is pile number 2. And a frog is pile number 3. So you have different skills or different ways of doing something, and you're trying to put your eggs in different baskets, and maybe to do that you need strength of being vulnerable, to show your different skills or to try something new, and maybe if it's not perfect, just try to look for help and just keep at it. Try to enjoy every moment of this process, instead of worrying on the tomorrow what will happen, or maybe in the past I didn't do it well. In this moment, in the present, what do you feel? What are you grateful for? Can you enjoy this making of this process of doing these different things? Can you enjoy these different aspects of yourself? And with Era, are you attached to something? Are you attached to an outcome? Maybe this relationship doesn't necessarily mean with a spouse or with your partner. Maybe it can be that you're married to your job, and then you're being really helpful, you're being very nurturing maybe, but you have to consider independence in some aspects. Okay, what can it be healthy to say us, and what could it be healthy to say I? Okay, so it's not always us and it's not always I. We have to have some balance in there. Okay, so if we're talking, I don't know, about a job, it's okay that you have your own side hustles, just as an example, and to start to say, I did this, I did that, I can provide this, not only for this place or company or a thing that I'm attached to, or that I'm with this doing this compromise with. I'm not all you. I'm not all for you. Okay, I can have my own independence, even if it's little things in different places. Okay, you can claim yourself. It doesn't have to be that you separate completely. It's just that just start to view yourself as someone that has this kind of power to be your own person, and it's okay for you. You deserve to have your things, your ways, and because you have your own skills that are brought to this world for a cause, okay, for a specific purpose, as Well, I see it that way. The hyena. What are you not taking seriously? What can you explore about your resentments or the things that make you mask and be uncomfortable? Maybe you always wanted to be a singer and you just, nah, I just sing like a hippopotamus or something like that. You're masking this pain and this resentment with jokes. Okay, so try to identify that. Where are you making these jokes about something that you've come to resent, even if it's not really obvious for other people? Sometimes laughter just can mask pain really well. So try to identify that. Maybe there's your way, your indicator. Maybe if you fail the first time you're trying out something different, don't worry. Maybe you can get help with your subconscious, trying to not manipulate, but to work with your subconscious to create something abundant. Okay, maybe if you start learning, even if it's not the conventional way, could help you a lot to nurture this baby of skill that you have, and can open a lot of doors for you and take you to another dimension and birth and have this energy of eclipse, birth of something new. Okay, so I think this is all for you for now. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did enjoy reading for you. So, all of the luck. Love you. Pile number 2. We have Wolf, Kuan Yin, Trick or Treat, The Apple, Lady of the Dead, and we have a zombie. We also have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands, New Moon. Okay. Centaur, Slith, and Cemetery. Okay, so we have a really strong theme in this reading of control, dominance, to loosen up, to take things not as serious, maybe take some chances, getting to know the community, and have some compassion for the community, and not try to just make them follow suit. Okay, not only your way of seeing things is the only way to see things. Life can be beautiful in many different ways for many different people. It doesn't have to be the way that has been instructed for you, or the way that you think is best for other people, because people feel differently. And if you can look at your own vulnerability, your own pain, in your own struggles, maybe you can understand their own struggles, even if they are different. The pain is the same. Okay, why is this very related with the dead? Maybe you do have a fear of death. This card is not something that you should be really afraid of. This card is more about the legacy that we're left with. There's a lot of things, beautiful things that we can see through a cemetery. Not only the pain that they have died, but the love which they spent their days and how it manifested in our world today, because all of them left a footprint. Even if you don't know which one is it or what it is, they all did. They helped in this storyboard to reach to a point where your life right now is a culminating thing as today of their actions and efforts and love. That's how I see this card. Maybe it can change a little bit of the fear of death that you may experience, and how your own life will also be a footprint, be a step, be a seed, be a sprout, be a tree, be the fruit that someone can live off, be the space where they can lay their head and just feel secure. I feel there is a very powerful message here for someone who is relating with humanity and the concept of control and the concept of community, protection and compassion. Maybe you can go to a next life with more ease and fulfillment when you do pass. It's not something that you have to be afraid of. It's something that you can embrace and do something great and give a great legacy. Do you have the space to make risks? Are you leaning towards that? Maybe there's something that you can, maybe not a big risk, but something out of character of your avatar that you have right now, the personality that you have right now. Even if you in your truest form, you know you need to follow certain path or to give birth to something, to give space to this truth. Has something to do with when you were a child, maybe, or something to do with kids. I don't know. Maybe you can teach these kids and letting them be free a little bit, not so much, not have so much control, just loosen up, try to look life a little bit more playful, take a little bit of risks, and just try to be part and leave a footprint, a good footprint in your community, even if there's fear here. You can analyze that perspective from what you can leave behind. Okay, what if you imagine that you're not in this space right now, in this plane, what would you like to have left left behind? What have you done already? It doesn't matter if it's not something big or great as to like in the capacity, because sometimes small changes, small ways of being really empower others and really help others with their lives. You may not know it, but you may be like a big influence right now for someone. You have been having your steps, your footprints already. I will ask you to analyze what things have you done as today, from when you were a baby. How have you influenced your community since then, or the people in your life, or the things that you have made, even if they're small? Maybe if you helped someone in the past, maybe you helped a kid or comforted someone, even if you don't think so right now. Think about the moments that felt really important for you when you were a kid. There you will find the answer. What was important for you? What little gestures, or grandiose things were important for you? That is your baseline, I would say. So this was your reading, and I hope you liked it and you see it as insightful, and you have something to look forward. Love you. Pile number 3, we have the frog, Oshun, the veil, Bambarak bread, Page of Cups, 9 of Cups, King of Wands, Feminine, the Wizard, Morgana, Villages, Transmutation, Forest Girl, and Gaia. Okay, let's start. So the Bambarak bread is talking about this bread that is like an oracle that has different elements in it that can tell you your future. And it says that maybe you're trying to understand what the future brings, but it's important to know that all of the things that you have inside are already powerful enough to change your future if you want to. The veil is talking about the time of the year that we can see our future better, because it's talking about the shortest night and the longest night of the year. that this veil of the other world and the real world, the world of the dead and the living, the separation grows thinner. This fog starts to clear out on those days, and you have more accurate way of doing divination, and you can also be able to communicate with the dead, with your ancestors. With Oshun, it's telling us about how to soften our lives with love and compassion and sweetness, just to enjoy the little things in life. And the frog is talking about having cleansing. Both cards are talking about water. She's the goddess of the rivers and lakes and everything that is like sweet water or fresh water. And this frog is talking about how water can cleanse us. So if we connect these two messages, you can rejuvenate and you can feel lighter again when you try to notice those things that are small but give you pleasure. For example, if you look at the flowers, look at the birds, how they dance, how they chirp, or look at the clouds, the stars, the wind on your face. Just try to nurture those loving sights into yourself. And we're talking about cups here. Cups are feelings. Maybe someone's trying to offer a cup so you can get total happiness, because this one is feeling like relaxed and complete and like in the luxurious, like in the right place, having everything brought to you and you don't have to worry about anything because you're taken care of. Maybe someone else wants to give you another cup, so we have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is like true happiness in this plane, in this life. The 10 of Cups is like ultimate joy. So you're already like in a good place, but someone is trying to offer you just a little bit extra so you have complete joy. We have the King of Wands. He likes strategy and he's the best at it. So maybe you are assessing if this is the best strategy to feel complete in this life. You're watching this happen, even though you see that it's maybe not the correct efforts for you, but you're trying to understand in the long run how it would look. You're whole already and And your feminine part, your feminine aspect is also something that you already own. The one that you have to balance is your masculine aspect, because it's the only card that we don't have here. It's not really common to have these two together. I have a sense of maybe you're trying to look to see if a partner is good for you to marry. I'm not really sure, but from many of the messages here, because in the Bamberg bread there was one of the items was a ring, that it meant that you would get married this year. And talking about the future, maybe cleansing and loving, maybe it's not, this is more personal thing, but these three, maybe assessing if is the right fit for your happy future, and having already the one aspect of you complete you, but there's a gap here. Maybe you're trying to get some knowledge and be curious and just work around this subject. And trying to gather more knowledge to get the best strategy, or to understand if it's the best strategy. This one throws me off a little bit. Maybe there is some wrongdoing that you cannot, from the past, that you cannot let go. But maybe if you bring it back to the earth, let it die and nourish the earth, we can get some knowledge. Because this is a very old lady, just like in the brink of death, but she's content and happy and wise. She doesn't have fear of letting go. So this could turn into dust, into ashes, this hurt. Maybe through the help of nature, you can have some healing strategies to let this hurt go. Maybe some trauma that you had from the past, you can try to heal it, or let it turn into ashes and nourish you. Just fall down and give you information so you can grow something out of it. Change its shape, its nature, and it becomes good again. And you can come back out in the world with this community. Wrapping up, what I see is that it's talking about your future, how you can heal with water, and with love and compassion for yourself, and looking at the sweet things in life. Maybe you're making a strategy to put the final piece of the puzzle just to have more fulfilling life. We see here again water and the earth. So maybe there's some kind of healing going on for traumas from the past, but there's still a lot of reading and a lot of learning that you can do by reading the theories, but also like watching how it is done, like the examples of it, not only like read, just be there, observe, analyze, and learn by being there. And maybe that way you can finally take this other wing, like the missing wing, that is the other part of your duality. Maybe this theme about men hurting, maybe the masculine side is not really healed yet, and that is a part that is missing from you, but you can see about it and try to heal something related with nature and water, fresh water. And maybe this knowledge you can give it to your community, okay, or serve with this thing. But first, this is about you. This is about your life. This is about your future. Maybe there's something in the water that can make you cleanse yourself and see better how you can go about in your future and have this fulfilling life, because you already have most of the pieces down. You're very complete in your center and in your like your right duality, or in your feminine duality. The only thing to make you whole or complete is to accept and nurture your masculine side, or your relationship with the masculine energy. That it doesn't have to be something that is really like manly, it as culturally speaking, or speaking from an anatomy. The masculine side is more charging forward, straight movement, and the feminine side is a little bit more complex, more flowing, more taking shapes from the environment, feeling everything. And the masculine side is what makes us go about things, like this driving force to get into action. So what, like the King of Wands that we have here. So maybe there's a message in this, that maybe there's that part of your action side that needs to replenish or heal. We have a lot of water, and with this analogy that the feminine side is the water, maybe you can, with this water, you can nurture this fire, even if it doesn't make sense right now. Maybe with love and warmth and flexibility, you can Learn how to make yourself charge forward. Nurture yourself, okay? To water the seeds so you can sprout. The sprouting is part of action, is something in the physical world. Well, I hope you like this reading and that it was insightful and helpful. Love to see you another time. Take care.